Hi guys and welcome back to another video by myself, Bateson87. Today we are doing some more player prediction videos, and the first one we're doing is Liverpool. It's going to feature 12 players from Liverpool. Now I'm a Liverpool fan, guys, and I don't know, I think I've been harsh on some of the ratings and obviously maybe over generous on some of them, but not as over generous as the Real Madrid player prediction video. If you guys did see that, I rated Benzema an 89. For some reason in my head, guys, I thought he came out of packs as an 88, so in like correction to that, I should have put him as an 87, a +1 to his 86 when he comes out of packs. Now James Rodriguez, and I forgot to explain this in the last video, he is a cover star for FIFA now, which means FIFA or EA in general may be over generous with him and potentially will bump him up. Now we have seen a little leak already of Martial's card, him signing the card. It wasn't like fully clear, but a lot of people think that that rating is 85 or 83, which I think is ludicrous, but that's what happens when you do become the face star of FIFA. So take that in mind, guys. Take my player predictions a bit of a pinch of salt. Don't take them too seriously, but if you guys think or disagree or agree with any of them, feel free to copy and paste all the names of every player which I do in the video and write down your own player predictions for them. So like I said, guys, today we are doing Liverpool with some of the fresh new signings as well. A few of the old school players from last season, and yeah, hopefully they stay around anyway, because Liverpool I think's going to have I hope to have a successful year, but I'm fully not convinced at what's going on. So if you guys do want the MSP, PSN codes or cheap game codes, go and check out g2a.com. Their link is down below. If we could try and hit over 5,000 likes, that will be absolutely brilliant, guys. And if you haven't seen all the previous player prediction videos I have done, there is a playlist on the channel where you can go and check them all out, and even have a look at that Real Madrid one and see the mistakes that I did make. But usually we've not made mistakes that bad, but I know that not everyone's going to agree with the ratings that I do give the players. But with Liverpool, watch them day in, day out whenever they played last season, so do have a pretty clear mind as to what rating they could be, with only a handful of Liverpool stars which actually did do much for us last season anyway. So the first four players we've got, guys, is Daniel Sturridge on the left hand side, Coutinho in the middle, with alongside Firmino as well, and the brand new keeper, which is Karius. Now Karius was played in the Bundesliga all season last season, so my opinion on him isn't as accurate as the other players, just because I've had to get a little bit of asked a few people who do watch the Bundesliga actively to get an idea of what rating Karius could be. So we're starting off with Daniel Sturridge. I've kept him the same. Reason I've kept him the same, guys, is because injuries. Injuries affect so many players, and he obviously doesn't change much, even though when he does play he did alright, but during the Euros he was a little bit greedy, even did score a few goals, and he is that greedy style striker, but then again did flaunt a few chances and missed a few decent ones in both for Liverpool and England. So I have kept him the same rating. I don't think he's going to get upgraded or downgraded, because when he was playing he was doing alright, but he wasn't doing the best. The next one is actually a star player of Liverpool throughout the past 2 to 3 seasons. Coutinho's come out of his shell. He is the best player at Liverpool in my eyes. 84 rated currently. I reckon he's going to get bumped up to a +1. He is brilliant. Coutinho's like Liverpool. If any of the big clubs like Barca come calling, Coutinho I reckon will be straight out at Liverpool. But hopefully he stays around for a couple more seasons and continues doing what he's doing. The next player we've got, guys, is Firmino, who was a fresh new signing last season from the Bundesliga. And now that he like a few times he played striker for us when we didn't play a striker, and he did the business, guys. He's a good finisher, good footwork as well, and did some amazing things last season, so I've given him a +1 as well. Now with Karius, and this is the one where it's not really my opinion, but the only opinion I've got of him, guys, he's got a team of season card, so he must have done something right. But the guy who I did speak to him about watching the Bundesliga said he is a brilliant shot stopper and was very consistent throughout the Bundesliga last season, and therefore I've jumped him, I think, a +2 or a +3. I think he might be a 78 or 79 rated, so I've bumped him up to an 81. Potentially could be higher, and it does match the rating of Mignolet, who I think potentially could go down or even stay the same for next season. So that's the first four we're doing. There's not really many argumentative ones here. Maybe the Karius one, maybe the Coutinho one, but honestly, if you're a Liverpool fan and you've watched most of the games this season, you will see that Coutinho is our star man. So we've got 8 more players to look at, guys. Let's go and take a look. So on this page, guys, we've got Emre Can, who's obviously been a very solid player for Liverpool and a little bit for Germany, but not played in the right position, just how Liverpool did when they first signed him. We've got the Welsh Pirlo, or Alan, as you guys know him, and Klein and Mane as well. So with Mane, his rating I bumped up anyway. and I would have done this even if he had stayed at Southampton, guys. Mane was absolutely brilliant for Southampton last season, scoring a lot of goals, winning a lot of games, even helping Southampton smash at Liverpool, and that's why I bumped him up by a +1. Whether his position stays the same from a centre forward, we'll have to wait and see. But I think if you guys look at the performances and the stats from his Southampton season last season, he was ridiculous and one of the star players for them. Hence why Liverpool forked out that much money to bring him in. So I bumped him up to a +1. Klein kept the same. Consistent player. That's what happens with left backs and right backs. And in FIFA, they don't really get high rated ones anyway. Klein probably... And I'd say that he is probably one of the highest rated right backs in the game anyway. Because if you look at the highest rated right back, or is it left back in FIFA, it is Alaba at an 85. And if you look at the right back, even the right backs aren't even that high rated either. Dani Alves maybe even the higher rated ones, just off the top of my head, but I could be wrong on that. So Klein, I think he deserves a stick at that 81 rated. Anyway, with Allen, I think I bumped him up a +1 because even though he wasn't playing games for Liverpool as much under Brendan Rodgers, when he played under the Klopp era and in the Euros, especially the European Trophy, he was doing pretty good. Very good passer, and even throughout the Euros, he was absolutely brilliant then. So I think he deserves that +1. I reckon Allen's better than Henderson. Bit of a dubious decision to call that, but I honestly prefer Allen to Hendo without a shadow of a doubt. And then Ray Chan as well going that +1. Just he was a consistent midfielder for Liverpool last season. Did the job, and if he doesn't get an upgrade, I think he'll stay at the same rating as well. So that's 4 of the usuals covered, as well as the brand new signing of Mane. And we've got 4 more to look at. 4 more to look at. So this page, guys, is a mixed page. We've got Sakho. Yeah, sometimes good, sometimes bad. We've got Moreno, most of the time fucking horrendous, and I'm actually surprised that he's still going to be a Liverpool player come the start of the season. Jordan Henderson injured as well, missed out on the Euros and whatnot, but we have got him in there, and Lallana as well. So Lallana didn't really play as much as I thought he would play, but he did make a few minutes throughout the season, and when he did, he was a star player. Even for England, he was very good, very skillful, very good at dribbling, and created a few opportunities last season as well. So Lallana, I think he comes out of packs of 79 rated. I've bumped up to an 80, but he could be an 80 rated. I've just kept him the same. I can't remember. Honestly, guys, I haven't played FIFA 16 that much in the past couple of weeks, and you guys will be feeling the same as me as well. The next one is Henderson. Like I said, guys, injuries, and he's just a standard player. He hasn't done anything to exceed expectation. He's done his job, but he's not a player which Liverpool... I really don't like Henderson. Don't see why he's the captain of the team, but he is, and that's why he's so highly rated. And obviously, Liverpool, I think this season don't have the licensing with EA either, so it'd be interesting to see how they do treat the players in the game. The next one is Moreno. I'm working this back to front and shit, but Moreno, guys, fuck me, he is woeful. Now, if that card said left midfield, yeah, he would be alright. He'd be very hit and miss at left midfield as well. But because he's a left back, and that's where he is set to play at Liverpool, he is fucking atrocious. He attacks, he stays forward, he doesn't defend. Half of the mistakes that the Liverpool team did make, it comes through him. And he's just a frustrating fucking player to watch. It was very similar to, Glenn Johnson when he was at Liverpool. He was a scapegoat, and a few other players were seen as a scapegoat. But Moreno, he is the scapegoat because... all the errors he does make, it always happens through him. I bet if you look at the amount of goals Liverpool conceded and where they come from, it was probably down to Moreno not being in the correct position or being a pussy in the left back position. Now, Brad Smith, I really do like Brad Smith. He's a young Australian player, plays for Liverpool, and he's the one I want to be whacking in at that left back position, but it's whether Klopp wants to do it. And the final player is Sakho. Now, a very slow start to the season, wasn't that good, and then he found his feet. Now, a lot of people put it down to the doping issue, which he was suspended from UEFA for, but obviously they was fully cleared of that. There was nothing, it was an incorrect sample or something like that from the UEFA, and it cost him missing out on the Europa League final, which is disappointing in him because Sakho was a ridiculously good player. He's not very I don't know how to put it. He's not very normal in the way he defends. He's very sporadic. He does really strange stuff, but he does the business, and he does all right. He's like a Bambi. That's the way he... And he was like a Bambi as well in the cup final against Man City when he took that blow to the head. But he is a solid defender. I really enjoyed watching him. He's probably Liverpool's most improved player this season in my eyes, and I really hope that he does stick in the midfield defence, come the start of the season. So that's been a rundown of the Liverpool player predictions, guys. Like I said, write the list from 1 to 11, write the names down, write your predictions down of the cards. I haven't gone massive on the upgrades. I've gone 1 or 2 as it potentially could happen, but Then again, I have been downgrading as well. So if you guys have enjoyed this video and you want to see more, go and check out all the other player predictions I have done on this channel. There is a playlist where you can go and check them out. Subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already. And like I said, guys, get your comments down below if you disagree or agree with any of the ratings. I know a lot of people won't agree with the ratings because not a lot of people are Liverpool fans, and it does become that rivalry between Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, all the Premier League clubs mixed in together, and people won't agree with what I'm saying. But like I said, this is my most watched team every season. I support Liverpool. I have done all my life, family thing, you know, and I'm not a Scouser. That's one thing I need to point out. I live an hour and a half away from Liverpool, but you always support who your dad supports usually, so that's why I am a Liverpool fan, and no complaints about it either. It can be painful, but other times it can be absolutely brilliant, like the game against Dortmund at Anfield. So guys, if you have enjoyed the video, smash that like rating, subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already, and we'll be back another day with another video for you guys to enjoy.